Hi! It is a beautiful sunny morning. I am still having my coffee. And today I wanted to do a really fresh spring look, something that I can wear every day for spring. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. I'm just gonna prime them with my Maybelline eraser. And I'm just gonna use a flat brush. This is a... Okay. This is a ColourPop E4 brush. And I'm just gonna blend this concealer. Now for eyeshadow, I think that this is a perfect spring palette. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. This is just such a pretty color scheme for spring, isn't it? Like, it's so nice, so romantic, perfect for every day for spring. So that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna start with the lightest matte shade, which is this one right here. And the shade is called Prime. And I'm gonna use my ColourPop E2 brush. My brushes are running away today. Okay. And I'm gonna blend this shade out almost into my hairline. I'm just gonna build the shade slightly. These shadows are so creamy and so easy to work with. Okay, now I'm gonna use my ColourPop E23 brush, and I'm gonna go with the darker matte shade, which is called Smoke. I'm not gonna drag this shade out as much. I'm just gonna concentrate it in my outer corner. I'm gonna build the shade just a bit. Now, before I go in to these shimmery shades, I'm gonna use my NYX Glow Shot, just because these shimmery shades need a base to stick to. They're quite glittery, so they are gonna fall off if you don't have some kind of a base underneath them. This is the shade Golden Goji. These NYX Glow Shots are so pretty on their own as well. Just look how sparkly and shiny this is. It is so pretty. And I'm just gonna apply that with my ColourPop E29 brush. Okay, this is so pretty just on its own. and they have so many different shades of these. I have 4, but I want all of them. These are so pretty. And now I'm gonna go back into this palette and I'm gonna go into this shimmery shade, which is called Pop. I'm just gonna use it with my finger. This shade is so pretty. It has like golden glittery particles in it. And now I'm gonna go back into this ColourPop E29 brush and I'm gonna go into the lightest shade, which is called Enhance, and I'm just gonna pop that into my inner corner. This palette is truly worth the hype in my opinion. It is so pretty. Now I'm just gonna prep my skin and I'm gonna use my Weleda Skin Food. This is gonna give me all the glow that I need. I'm gonna put quite a thick layer of this because my skin is very dry. I'm gonna let this sit in for a minute and I'll be back with my SPF. Now for my SPF, I'm using my Roche-Posay Anthelios SPF. This is amazing under makeup, and I'm not gonna go in with a primer, so this is gonna be my primer essentially. Just look at the glow that these two products gave me. So nice. Now for foundation, I really want to use my Dior Forever Skin Glow. This is in the shade 0N, which is slightly too light for me. So I'm gonna mix just a tiny bit of the shade 3N. I'm mostly gonna use the shade 0N. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of 3N. This is too much. Okay, this is probably too much 3N, so I'm just gonna take some away. And I'm gonna mix this with the back of my brush. Okay, that should work. Now I'm just gonna dot a few dots on one side of my face. And I'm gonna use my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush to blend it out. This foundation has quite a bit more coverage than I would usually go for, but I sheared out quite a bit, so it works fine. I really want to get the shade 1W, but it is so expensive, so I think I'm just gonna use the two that I have, and when I use them up I'll get my shade probably, but I really want my shade because I love this foundation so much. I have still a little bit left on my hand, so I'm just gonna build the foundation in the center of my face. I used this foundation on my wedding day, so that's how much I love it. And now I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty sponge just to press everything in. I have a hair somewhere and it's really bothering me. Oh, there it is. Now I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. This is in the shade 2 medium, and I'm just gonna use my Sigma 4D HD brush. Just gonna use a small amount of this. And for concealer, I'm gonna go back to my Maybelline eraser. This is in the shade 00, and I'm gonna apply it everywhere. And I'm gonna blend this with my Rose Ink concealer brush. Concealer brush. And I'm also going to use this brush to define my eyeshadow shape as well. And now I'm going to press everything in again with my beauty sponge, just to make sure that everything is melted together nicely. Now for powder, I'm using my Wet n Wild Bare Focus powder. This is in the shade Translucent. And I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes with a ColourPop E27 brush. Just a really small amount. Okay, let me just get rid of these creases. And for the rest of my face, I'm using my Sigma powder brush. This is the F12. This is not the most long-lasting powder, so if you have oily skin, I don't think that you would like it. But for my dry skin, it works just fine. For bronzer, I'm using my Glowish by Huda Beauty. This is in the shade 2 medium. This is just a perfect bronzer for an everyday look. It is very subtle, but so effective at the same time. And I'm gonna use my ColourPop F29 brush to apply it. And now for blush, I'm so excited. Isn't this the most spring blush ever? Just this packaging screams spring to me. It is so perfect, and the shade as well. So perfect for spring. And I'm so excited about this blush. And I'm gonna use it with my ColourPop F32 blush brush. These blushes are really pigmented, so I'm just gonna remove some in the palm of my hand and then slightly start to build it up. I'm gonna apply just a bit more. And I'm blending it into my eyeshadows so that everything is kind of melted together. This is looking so perfect for spring. I am in love already. And now for a highlight, I really want something that's gonna tie all these pinky tones together. So I think this one is gonna be perfect. This is the Melt Cosmetics Sex Oil in the shade Stargazer. It is such a unique highlighter shade. It has a golden sheen to it. Look at it here. So unique. And I'm gonna apply it with my beauty sponge. Okay, that is so pretty. I'm just gonna go back into my blush just to melt everything in a bit more together. I wanted to use the highlighter first, but I forgot. But it's fine, it's fine. And I'm just gonna press everything in with my beauty sponge again. Okay, so I just did my brows off camera. And now I'm gonna curl my lashes, my Essence eyelash curler. You don't need all those expensive eyelash curlers. This one works just fine, I'm telling you. Look at my lashes. Now for mascara, I'm using my Maybelline Lash Sensational, and I'm gonna build quite a few layers of this. I'm just gonna go back to this palette quickly, and I'm gonna use this lightest shimmery shade just a bit more in my inner corner. And on my brow bone. And I'm also gonna use just a touch on my nose as my nose highlight. Well, it is a bit dark as my nose highlight. Never mind, never mind. Oh, okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I am not going to use anything on my lower lash line. I just don't like to do that. I feel like it kind of makes my eyes smaller, and I just want to keep the fresh look that I'm going for. Now for my lips, I'm going to use my NYX Lip Liner. This is in the shade Natural. It's a really pretty pinky shade. Like a nude pink. Honestly, it matches the palette perfectly. And now I'm gonna blend the edges with my finger just so there's no harsh lines. And now I'm gonna go in with this product. This is so amazing. This is the VIEVE Lip Dew. This is in the shade Rosa. I want every single shade of this, okay? This is so pretty, but the best thing is the smell. It smells so divine. It is literally the best smell ever, in my opinion. It is so nice. And it feels amazing on the lips as well. But the smell is something else. I really want to get all the other shades. I cannot wait for that. And here's the finished look. I am so in love with this look. It is so glowy, so romantic, so perfect for spring. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.